Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your 2018 yearly overview horoscope tarot reading. I'm Lamar Townsend. I'm a natural intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, psychic tarot reader, and I'm excited to be doing this tarot reading for you. If you would like a personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading, please contact me on my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, or if you'd like a birth chart reading, an astrology natal chart reading, or a love synastry, love compatibility reading, please contact me on my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Also, I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. If you have any questions about my tarot readings or birth chart readings, check out the FAQ section and the personal ethics section. Also, I would love if you would follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend and like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend Official, where you can keep up with me. Also, please join my group on Facebook, Lamar Townsend Group, which you can find in my group section on my Facebook page, okay? So this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, and any other placement. So basically, if you have Sag in your chart, this is for you, okay? Excuse me while I light this incense really quickly. So this covers the months Sagittarius of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December of 2018, all right? So with that being said, let's get started. And I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for listening and watching, okay? So how I'm going to begin the reading is I'm going to pull some oracle cards from the Universe Has Your Back oracle card deck to see what messages the universe has for you guys, okay? Before we just jump into your reading, all right? I wanted to show off my Africa necklace, so, okay. What messages does the universe have for Sagittarius for the year of 2018? What messages does Sagittarius have? What messages does the universe have for Sagittarius for the year of 2018? What messages does the universe need Sagittarius to know to stick with them through the year of 2018? What messages are out there that Sagittarius needs to know? What messages are out there that Sagittarius needs to know? What messages are out there that Sagittarius needs to know? Okay. So I pulled 4 cards for you, Sag, and the first card that you got is a long one, alright? Let's see what it says. It says, your capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives you the words you need when you are ready to speak up, the compassion you need when it's time to forgive, and the power you need when you are lost. Very powerful, okay? Very powerful first card that came out for you, Sag. It says, your capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives you the words you need when you're ready to speak up, the compassion you need when it's time to forgive, and the power you need when you are lost. So, always come from a place of love, if you can, Sag. I know sometimes it's more difficult than others, but it is possible. So the second card is you are be unapologetic. I'm going to switch the words around a little bit. Be unapologetic about what you desire and trust that what you focus on will grow. So let's read it one more time. Be unapologetic about what you desire and trust that what you focus on will grow. The third card, surrender to a power greater than you. Surrender to a power greater than you. For me, that would be God, Jesus. Maybe for you, it would be something different. It can be the universe, it can be, your spirit guide, spirit, whatever, infinity spirit, whatever it is that you choose to call on, okay? What higher power you choose to call on, okay? So choose to learn through love, always, Sag. Choose to learn through love. And you guys are very loving, optimistic people, so I know that's not hard for you to do, but sometimes I know it does get difficult with the obstacles and, you know, the trials and tribulations we encounter along the way, right? But those are learning lessons, I think, you know, and moments for us to grow, you know, and expand, just like your ruling planet Jupiter. All right, so anyways, let's see what we have coming up for my Sagittarius in 2018. So what's coming up for Sagittarius for the year of 2018? We're going to do a general, then we're going to look into the couples, and then we're going to look into the singles, okay? So stick around, okay? What's coming up for my Sagittarius is for, okay, you had a couple cards come out. All right. What's coming up for my Sagittarius is for the year of 2018. What themes can Sagittarius expect to encounter during the months of January through December of 2018? What's coming up for Sagittarius is for the year of 2018. What's coming up for my Sagittarius is for the year of 2018. Can't believe it's 2018 already. But then again, I can. What's coming up for my Sagittarius is for the year of 2018. I'm grateful to have made it another year, right, Sag? What's coming up for my Sagittarius is for the year of 2018. Alright. So the card at the bottom of the deck is the Strength card, which I think is interesting because it kind of coincides with the cards that flew out. So the cards that flew out for you was the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. So, you know, I think what the Five of Pentacles is saying to me is that, you know, you've been going through a period of fear. You've been going through a period of worry, of, you know, anxiety, these feelings that you may not really be used to. I feel like, you know, these feelings aren't your natural terrain, Sag. You're so used to being upbeat and optimistic and, you know, go with the flow, you know, never, you know, really, you know, getting down, you know, about anything and staying stuck, you know what I'm saying? Of course we get down, but, you know, Sages, you know, the thing about you guys is you don't stay stuck, but, you know, there's an energy of maybe feeling stuck, you know, getting stuck in some way and really, you know, working to get yourself out of that situation. You've been doing the work, you've been doing the inner work, you know, and, you know, Jupiter's really wanting you to expand your belief in yourself, expand your belief in your horizons, belief in your potential, you know, expand your vision for yourself, expand your self-love. Jupiter just wants, I feel, for you to expand yourself this year in some way. Like, it's all about expansion, but it's all about you, Sag. And then I think that's further kind of solidified here with the Strength card at the bottom of the deck. Now, this is the overall energies. The card at the bottom of the deck for me is always the overall energies, you know, for the reading, for, you know, whatever it is we're reading on. So for this, it would be your overall kind of general influences. So once again, the Strength card is all about kind of harnessing your inner strength, you know, learning to rely on yourself. It can sometimes be learning to tame the inner lion, the inner lion inside, so to speak, you know what I'm saying, the inner beast, so to speak, right? Learning to tame that part of ourselves, learning to be more patient with ourselves and with other people. That's what the Strength card is all about. But it's also about, you know, realizing your own inner strength and realizing, once again, your potential and, you know, your ability to really be independent. Like, you know, sometimes I feel, you know, you may have a tendency, Sag, to, you know, seek externally that which you can easily validate internally. You know what I'm saying? Sag, it's like sometimes you do things and, you know, I'm a Mercury, Mars, and Sag, so I get it. Sometimes you do things and you really don't really think of it in the moment. You really don't realize, wow, I'm doing this thing and this is really empowering. This is really brave of me. But, you know, you don't think of it that way because you just do it so quickly, so efficiently. It's just like wham bam and done. But so I feel like it's also kind of taking moments to slow down and realize how, it goes back to me saying, I'm grateful for another year. You know what I'm saying? Like being more grateful for the little things, being more grateful for the how much you've expanded so far, going back to the analogy of Jupiter, right? How much you have grown spiritually, how much you've grown emotionally, how much you've matured. You know what I'm saying? It's like, pay attention to those little milestones in your life, Sag, okay? So here we have the Hermit in the past position. You may have gone through a period of isolation. You may have gone through a period of, cutting yourself off from people, from certain people, because you've been really going through some trying times and maybe some dark times. It kind of feels like a dark night of the soul energy a little bit, where it's just like, a very trying time. It's a very spiritually taxing, it's a very spiritually trying time. It's spiritual growth, it's hard work, it's hard inner work, it's self-reflection, it's introspection, all of those tough things that Sagittarius don't like to always do because it's boring. Sagittarius would much rather constantly be on the go than sit down and self-reflect. But it's very important to do that every now and then, Sagittarius, so that you can be in touch with yourself, so that we can make sure that our energy, our passion is being exerted, in the necessary ways, in the necessary directions, okay? So here we have the Seven of Pentacles in the present position. Interesting, all right? The Chariot in the future position, self-awareness, self-confidence. This is you, Sag, in the future. This is you in the coming future, Sag. So, the 2018 is going to be a really, really good year, big year for you in terms of just owning your power, owning your truth, owning your self-worth, realizing your self-worth and your true potential, and realizing the beauty within yourself, whether you are male or female, really, owning your power, really accepting your gifts, your gift to the world, your life purpose. Really, it's like you're really, really maturing, Sag. It's a really, really beautiful energy. I love it. Here we have the Magician and the conclusion. The Magician is all about manifesting. It's about having everything we need. It's about being in the right mental space, or working to be in the right mental space for us to receive that which we truly want or need or desire. That's what the Magician is all about. So I definitely see the tides turning for you, Sagittarius. I feel like who you are moving into the new year, who you are moving into early 2018 will not be who you are in the middle of the year, will not be who you are at the end of the year. All right, so I feel like you're going to go through certain transitions, certain kind of transformations this year. Once again, I feel like these transformations are synonymous and proof of your growth. Proof of how much you've grown, how strong you've become, how wise you've become, how much you have acquired in terms of knowledge, in terms of wisdom, in terms of gratitude, and a more healthy, happy approach to life. Okay, so I'm loving this reading, Sagittarius. I really, really am. The Emperor here, the Six of Wands, the Five of Cups. I actually feel like some of you might be crying during this reading. I don't know why I just got that. That's really interesting. And it's okay. That's good. That's healthy. Like that is, releasing, you healing, once again, you in a moment of the Hermit, self-reflection, maybe realizing how strong you really are, how much you have really grown, or, what I'm saying, how much work you really do need to do. Sometimes it's like that. It's very healthy. I feel like you're going to be a little bit more sensitive this year too, Sag. So, but it's a good thing. It's not anything bad. Being sensitive is a really, really healthy, perfect thing. Okay, because that means you're in tune. Okay. I think you're learning that you can't really rely on certain people. I think you're learning that it's just easier to rely on yourself. It's just easier to do things for yourself, to do things on your own, you know what I'm saying? But it's also easy in that same frame to kind of expect people to not be there for us, expect people to be this or that way. That's not a healthy way to think. So there has to be a balance there, I think, Sag. I think you're learning that balance of doing things for yourself, relying on yourself, but also not being afraid to reach out and be vulnerable and say to other people, hey, I need help. Hey, I need someone to talk to. You know what I'm saying? So I think people are going to start to see more of your sensitive side this year, Sag. And people are going to react to it differently. You know, you have to stay strong regardless. You have to, once again, rely on yourself in those moments, you know, and draw back in, you know, but don't stay there, all right? All right, Sag, that was a really, really good reading. So let's see what's coming up for my coupled Sagittariuses, okay? My Sages in a relationship, or my Sages that are married or soon to be married. Let's see what's going on. What's coming up for my coupled Sagittariuses for the year of 2018? What's coming up for my coupled and married Sagittariuses for the months of January through December of 2018? What's coming up for my coupled Sagittariuses for the months of January through December of 2018? What's coming up for my coupled Sagittariuses for the months of January through December of 2018? What's coming up for my coupled and married Sagittariuses for the months of January through December of 2018? What's coming up for my coupled Sagittariuses for the months of January through December of 2018? Okay. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Alright, so the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This could be you, or this could be another fellow fire sign, Aries, Sag, Leo. You know, the page is a youthful energy. It's an energy that can be a bit temperamental. It's an energy that can be unpredictable. A lot of times I do see this as Sagittarius energy, so it could be you, or you could be dealing with another fellow Sagittarius, or someone who has prominent Sagittarius in their chart. Here we have the Nine of Cups in the past, the Seven of Cups in the present position, the Nine of Pentacles in the future position, the Two of Pentacles in the conclusion. So I'm getting a lot of different messages here. I'm getting that some of you want more freedom in your relationships. Some of you feel smothered a little bit. And that may be addressed, these issues may be addressed in 2018. Some of you, I'm seeing, could be moving apart from your partner. Like maybe you guys live together and you're finding that it's just not working out. You know, like I said, maybe one of you needs your space and you know the other needs their space. So it might actually turn out to be that moving apart fares better. But I think in some way there's maybe a bit of codependency here, because sometimes I see the Two of Pentacles as a codependent type of energy. So while there's an energy of, I need my space, there's also an energy of, not for all Sagittariuses, but some, there's an energy of, but I also need this person in some way, whether you need them financially because, you put your money together and that just makes things easier, or, you know what I'm saying? It just feels like, in some way, there's a conflict, there's a dichotomy in some way. There's like a contradiction, and I think it's interesting because we were literally just talking about, you guys, learning to become more independent. You guys learning to rely on yourselves more, but also rely on other people, right? But there needs to be a balance, like I was saying there, Sagittarius. And I think, if you're in a relationship that's imbalanced in that way, gaining balance in that relationship, I think, is going to be very important here. You might find out that the two of you just want completely separate things in life, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, in relationships we grow like this. Sometimes we grow like this, and sometimes we grow like that and we come back together. Sometimes we just grow like that infinitively, and sometimes we cross paths. Like, we don't come back together. So, I'm not saying that's what that is for this relationship. But I just think some hard truths are being realized this year, Sagittarius. If you are in a relationship where you feel smothered, or the other partner feels smothered, or there's just no sense of real freedom. Maybe there's no sense of boundaries, or as well, or something like that. Like there needs to be a more sense of trust, maybe even. But then we also have to look at are we willing to work on these things, or is this just not the right person for us? Not saying this is true for all Sagittariuses. But I think, a lot of my coupled Sagittariuses are just coming to some hard realizations about life, hard realizations about coupled life, hard realizations about themselves as well. And when I say hard, I don't mean bad. It just means, maybe I should say true, the truth, is coming through. And sometimes the truth isn't pretty. Sometimes the truth is hard to face. And I think that could be what's happening in this situation. But I think in addressing the truth and acknowledging the truth, your true feelings, you become free, Sag. You become free here. An energetic block is cleared. You start to live in your truth more. You start to vibrate higher. So the truth will truly set you free in this situation, Sagittarius. And your individual truth is going to be different from everyone else, but I think if you make it through any rocky times in your relationship, I think you'll get to the other side really, really happy, and definitely get to the other side, and I feel like your relationship will be taken to a new height, because you've overcame the rocky time, so it feels like, how sometimes relationships have those moments where it's the testing moment of whether or not it will last. It feels like you may be going through that period this year in some way, shape, or form, Sagittarius. It feels like it's different for everyone. It feels like kind of for some it feels like pre-engagement jitters. For some, it feels like, just some Sagittariuses may feel like they are being restricted or smothered in some way, but maybe it's an energy of needing to look deeper at that. Maybe that's not actually a partner for some of you. Maybe it's just something to do with you, and something that you need to work with inside yourself. So I think that's what I mean by, realizing some truths and realizing certain things about themselves and about relationships and about life. You know what I'm saying? So, alright, Sages, contact me for your own personal reading if you want me to read on your individual situation, okay? Now I'm going to look into my single Sagittariuses, okay? So let's see what's coming up for my single Sagittariuses for 2018, okay? So what's coming up for my Sagittariuses? My single Sagittariuses for the year of 2018. What's coming up for my single Sagittariuses from the months of January 2018 until December 2018. What's coming up for my single Sagittariuses from the months of January 2018 until December 2018. What's coming up for my single Sagittariuses from the months of January 2018 until December 2018. So Sag, the card at the bottom of the deck for you is the Chariot. And I love this because This tells me that you're becoming more self-confident. You're becoming more self-aware, more self-aware of how you act in relationship, how you react in relationships, but also what you want in relationships, which I think is equally as important as all of the things I've mentioned previously. I think more important, I think, is knowing what you want, because that's really, I think the basis of almost everything in a relationship is knowing what you want, and being aware of that. So really, really good. In the past position, we have the Ten of Cups. In the present position, we have the Page of Pentacles. In the future, we have the Four of Swords. And in the conclusion, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So I feel like maybe in the past, Sagittarius, where, single Sag, where you've had to do the work, where you've had to kind of go out and, so to speak, what's the phrase I want to use? Where you've had to go out and kind of catch your partner, catch your man, catch your woman, whatever it is you like or desire. I feel like people are going to start coming to you. That's what I'm getting with the Ten of Wands in reverse. It feels like you've had to do a lot of work to, or at least you feel like, I'll say it this way, you felt like in the past that you've had to put in a lot of work, whether that means in terms of your appearance, whether that means in terms of the way you present yourself, whether that means in the way you talk to someone or talk to people you like. It feels like you have felt that you've had to put in a lot more effort than what is required or necessary to get people to like you. And I think you're going to naturally find people attracted to you, that people just kind of come to you, and you don't really have to do anything. You don't really have to do the work. You don't really have to put as much effort in as you were in the past. And I feel like at first it's going to be really weird, because you're not going to be used to the energy. Don't slip back into your old habit, though, because this is the universe changing the tide. This is the universe changing the karma around for you, and you don't want to get stuck back in that cycle. So watch the way you treat people, Sagittarius, okay? Watch the way you treat people. Even when, the way people treat you isn't so nice. Watch the way you treat people, okay? Remember, kindness goes a long way, okay? Sag, knowing what you want is going to get you so much further. Knowing what you want is going to get you so much further, single Sagittarius, okay? Than not knowing what you want, alright? Because knowing what you want will allow you to choose the right partner.